Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world. Join me, my people. Today is another day that we have to really talk to ourselves, have a very total and complete check of the reason why we are still in Nigeria. We, the Biafrans, we have been mourning for a very long time. We have been crying, we have been wailing, and it is very sad to see your brother crying and you will not be able to support them or say anything or do anything to protect their lives. So, my people, wherever you are today, join me and let us continue. Before I go ahead, I have to call on God, thank Him for the life of those who are still living, especially the life of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He lost his father and mother in this very period, and he could not even go home to bid them farewell. May their souls rest in peace. Almighty God, we commit him, all the prisoners of conscience, our first Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, their souls and the souls of all the faithful departed, through the mercy of God, to rest in peace. Amen. Biafrans, when your brother is mourning, when your sister is crying, like our sister here is crying, clutching her one and only son that the Fulanis have taken, it is still our duty to mourn with them, to cry with them, to observe some minutes of silence and bid them farewell. Now, Biafrans, we are not going to keep quiet. Ndị be anyị nọ n'ụlọ, ekenekwa m unu. Ana m asị unu ndewo tata. Tata bụ the second day of April 2026. Ana m ayọ onye ọbụla ka anyị jisi ike, ka anyị rapụ Nigeria, ka anyị rapụ Nigeria n'udo na ọṅụ. So, my people, wherever you are, join me and let us continue to talk about our exit from Nigeria, how we are going to do it. For now, my people, we have one or two ways, which is supporting your government in exile financially, supporting your Prime Minister, Mazi Ogenkere, His Excellency, our current Prime Minister, supporting him morally, spiritually, and physically. Ejema and Eje, please, my people, this lady here is a mother. I really feel sad. The tears in her eyes is what many of us had when we lost our beloved ones in the hands of the Fulanis. I lost my immediate elder brother during Nigeria Biafra War. Until today, I'm still losing my brothers and sisters all over the place. Biafrans, we should rise up. Come and join me, listen to what is going on around the world, and then for us to rekindle our speed to leave Nigeria. We are not Nigerians. Even those called Nigeria, the Arewa, the Odudu ones, they are not Nigeria. Nigeria is a foreign name. It is not our name. That does not tell who we are. It's not our originality. We are Biafrans. So join me from wherever you are and let's get it on. Read about the news that concerns us and the news around the world. Now, Biafrans, the man you are seeing here, his name is Riley Moore, one of the representatives in American Congress, one of them. They have so many. Let us listen to him. When you look at this very closely, let me see if I can zoom it out. It says, on Palm Sunday, in 2 brazen attacks, at least 53 Christians were murdered by Islamic radical terrorists in Nigeria. President Trump has been very clear that if the Nigerian government will not address this genocide, we will address it for them. The persecution and slaughter of our brothers and sisters in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ must end now. This is what we have here. So, my people, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? When you see something like this, what comes to mind? Iran. When you hear a rep, one of the congressmen talking like this, what comes to your mind is what happened in Iran. People are facing gruesome attack, paying with their lives because they want to be free. Because they do not want to be invaded by marauding Fulanis who have no human feelings. These men have no human feelings, not at all. So when you see something like this, the next thing that comes to your mind is, when am I going to leave Nigeria? And how? When and how are the two pertinent questions to be answered by who? Ourselves. We have to sponsor our government to end this gruesome attack from the terrorists. Now, when you think of what is going on in Nigeria, no one will blame Biafrans. Even Oduduwas, the Yorubas, they want to leave. But you know human nature. When you see something that is better than what you have, you go for it and abandon your own. They were talking about Oduduwa leaving Nigeria. The moment they were given vice presidency, they dropped the agitation. But if you watch the movement of Tinubu and his brothers, you will know that Tinubu has plan B. My brother Pat Ato, I appreciate you. I welcome you. All must continue to hail Biafra. So we Biafrans, we have to ask ourselves, how are we going to leave Nigeria? Because what this representative congressman in America said, President Trump has been very clear that if the Nigerian government will not address this genocide going on in Nigeria, that they will address it for them. This is the thing that I want my people to know. We have to address this genocide, but other Nigerians are now getting it. They started killing us from 1926, 1945, 1953, 1960, 66, and massacred us with foreign weapons in 1967 to 1970. But now, this very massacre is going round. What goes round is coming round. That time they will say, oh, you Igbos, you complain a lot. Now Igbos are no longer complaining. Igbos are bad. Igbos are terrible. Igbos are horrible. But allow Igbos to go. And the answer is no for them. The same people complaining that Igbos are bad, because they have three ethnic groups in Nigeria: Igbo, Yoruba, Arewa, or Oduduwa, Arewa. Yoruba is really not their names. Fulani gave them that name, Yariba, and it's an abusive name. But they're answering it anyway, because when your friend gives you something bad, you don't complain in public. You can complain in your room. So they are answering it. It is their name. I don't know what is wrong with YouTube. What is going on in YouTube? I really need to find out what is going on with YouTube. Only the Facebook followers that I'm seeing. Ndewo Chukwudi, you are welcome. So Biafrans, a lot has been going on and nobody is addressing it. And Rep. Riley Moore says that if Nigeria government refuses to address the genocide, that they, Americans, will address it for them. They will address it for them. Now, I have other videos that we have to look at, because Nigeria government, they are really biting more than they can chew. Last time we all heard the interview of Gumi. Gumi said Gumi said when the lady interviewing Gumi asked him, "What are you people going to do? You know where these bandits are. What are you going to do about it?" Gumi said that the government knows who they are and where they are. So they are the ones using them. Nigeria government use bandits because it is Muslim, vice president Muslim, president Muslim. They use them to kill Christians. They use them also to kill their political opponents. That's why they are very important to them, because they want to Islamize the region. And if you refuse to be Islamized, they will unalive you. And if you stand in front of their political corridors, you will be moved by those terrorists. So they know them by their names. That's according to Gumi, not me. Gumi said so. And Gumi is the man that goes to Sahel, other Sahel region, to import them. So let us look at the world response to this.
Dozens of people are dead after an attack in Nigeria on Palm Sunday. This latest attack is now added to the list of numerous attacks on Nigerian Christians over the years during Holy Week. And it comes as there is a growing concern that Islamist militants are targeting Christians in the West African country. According to Open Doors, which is a global Christian charity, Nigeria is ranked the 7th worst country in the world for Christian persecution, accounting for about 72% of the total number of Christian killings worldwide last year. Congressman Riley Moore of West Virginia is a member of the House Appropriations Committee and has been warning about this escalating violence against Christians in Nigeria. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
You've presented an official report to the White House. You've handed over solutions. Here's how we can end this Christian persecution. So walk us through what you think needs to be done.
Well, so this report that we presented to the White House was pursuant to the president asking myself and Chairman Tom Cole, the House Appropriations Committee, to investigate this Christian persecution and what I've been calling a genocide in Nigeria that's been going on. So we went to Nigeria. We went there. I saw it firsthand with my own eyes, the tragedy and horror that's unfolding there. So as you just reported, unfortunately, we've had 40 individuals who were killed at a Palm Sunday service, which is just tragic. And then on top of that, you had another 13 Christians killed by Islamic radical militants at a Christian wedding and Palm Sunday. So we have a number of suggestions in here of how the Nigerian government can work with the United States government to address this. But as President Trump has been very clear on this, if they don't address this, we're going to address it for them. Now, we'd like to do that in cooperation and coordination, but if they don't do that, if they don't step up to the plate here, we're going to start to take the lead on this. Now, currently we have 200 military individuals from our armed forces there training and working with the Nigerian military to try to address their capability gaps that they have there. We have MQ-9 Reapers there currently as well. And as you saw, we did have a Tomahawk cruise missile strike just around Christmas in Nigeria to try to address ISIS and Boko Haram, which also operate in that country largely unfettered, which is a terrible, terrible situation. But look, Nigerian government has been trying to make some steps toward this, but they're not doing it fast enough. Things aren't happening quick enough. And these things keep happening. So something's got to give here.
Now, following the Palm Sunday killings, the New York Times put out an article that reads in part, Representative Riley Moore of West Virginia, one of several U.S. congressmen who have falsely claimed that there is a Christian genocide happening in Nigeria. Analysts say that the situation in the country is much more complex and that Nigerians of many faiths have been killed. Much of the violence, they say, is fueled by criminals rather than being religious or ethnic tensions. How do you react to that?
Well, I mean, that's just a false claim on its face, right? What we're here talking about, you and I, a Palm Service Sunday being attacked by Islamic radicals. We're talking about a Christian wedding being attacked by Islamic radicals. When I was in Nigeria, I met with Christians who are living in IDP camps. IDP camps. So they're in refugee camps where Islamic radicals just roll through there and murder people who are living in refugee camps. So I'm not really sure how much more complex it is than that, than Islamic radical Muslims are running wild in this country. And what they'll argue is about farmers and herders and things like that. Sure, that's part of it. Are there non-Christians are being killed in Nigeria? Of course there are. I mean, there's terrorist organizations there. Yes, of course. But there is a systemic effort by Islamic radicals to eliminate Christian populations within Nigeria.
All right. We appreciate you taking your time to join us this morning. Thank you, Congressman Rowley Moore. Dozens of people are dead after an attack in Nigeria on Palm.
Yes, Biafrans, you have all heard everything that was said by Rep. Riley Moore on the Newsmax interview. He went to Nigeria and he came back and made a report. Christians are being killed in Nigeria, fair enough. But we Biafrans, we want to leave Nigeria. Rep. Riley Moore should not just be making recommendation for Nigeria government to stop killing Christians. Nigeria should be splitted. It is not our home. The world should recognize Biafra and let us leave Nigeria. Very soon, this sort of story will be sounding like cock and bull story because we no longer want to be associated with Nigeria. Nigeria will be killing you within that territory. They will also come overseas and want to kill you. That was what they did to our first prime minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. It was Nigeria influence that got him into prison. And Nigeria is this sort of country that democratic system does not operate. It does not work. The judiciary is one of the core issues when it comes to a democratic system. And they will use the judiciary as they like because they want to operate Sharia. Muslim is the president of Nigeria. When Christians are more than the Muslims, because if you come to the south, we have very small geographical location, but we have more people, more human beings in the south, southwest and southeast, more human beings than in the north. The only thing they have in the north is massland, but few people. Even in the north, they have Christians in Kebbi, they have Christians in Kaduna, they have Christians in Kano, they have Christians in Jos. So we have more Christians than Muslims. And in their constitution, they said democratically, let us observe this democracy by having always a Christian president and maybe a Muslim vice, or Muslim president and Christian vice president, so that everything will be circulated and harmonized. But no. So Nigeria is not a democratic country. Nigeria does not have value for human lives. And we Biafrans have been killed since 1926 when they killed 100 women that protested for tax, just like they protested in 1975 or 1985, thereabout, during the time of Margaret Thatcher in United Kingdom. United Kingdom, they practice democracy. They allow people to protest peacefully. They will allow you freedom of association. They will allow you freedom of speech. So, in 1926, the women of Aba in Igbo land, they protested, and hundreds of them were massacred by these same people. 1926. 1945 again, in Jos, the Fulanis massacred our people, burnt their businesses, burnt their houses. And the trend continues. So, Biafrans, unfortunately, my YouTube followers are not here today. I wonder what is going on. But for those of you who are here listening, this message has to be shared very widely. Today, we are not happy. We are not happy. We are not happy at all for what is going on. We really have to make sure that we leave Nigeria. This is the product of Nigeria. A mother clutching on her dead son. This is the product of our, our continuous stay in Nigeria. So what Rep. Riley Moore is saying, while we are listening to it, let's listen to it once more, and we will get on with it.
Sunday. This latest attack is now added to the list of numerous attacks on Nigerian Christians over the years during Holy Week. And it comes as there is a growing concern that Islamist militants are targeting Christians in the West African country. According to Open Doors, which is a global Christian charity, Nigeria is ranked the 7th worst country in the world for Christian persecution, accounting for about 72% of the total number of Christian killings worldwide last year. Congressman Riley Moore of West Virginia is a member of the House Appropriations Committee and has been warning about this escalating violence against Christians in Nigeria. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
You've presented an official report to the White House. You've handed over solutions. Here's how we can end this Christian persecution. So walk us through what you think needs to be done.
Well, so this report that we presented to the White House was pursuant to the president asking myself and Chairman Tom Cole, the House Appropriations Committee, to investigate this Christian persecution and what I've been calling a genocide in Nigeria that's been going on. So we went to Nigeria. We went there. I saw it firsthand with my own eyes, the tragedy and horror that's unfolding there. So as you just reported, unfortunately, we've had 40 individuals who were killed at a Palm Sunday service, which is just tragic. And then on top of that, you had another 13 Christians killed by Islamic radical militants at a Christian wedding and on Sunday. So we have a number of suggestions in here of how the Nigerian government can work with the United States government to address this. But as President Trump has been very clear on this, if they don't address this, we're going to address it for them. Now, we'd like to do that in cooperation and coordination, but if they don't do that, if they don't step up to the plate here, we're going to start to take the lead on this. Now, currently we have 200 military individuals from our armed forces there training and working with the Nigerian military to try.
Yes, this is what I want us to. Thank you, my people, for joining me from YouTube. Victory Johnson Ndewo. Ndewo. Thank you for joining us. And my wonderful sister, NK. I love you so much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. So pathetic. Yes. As always, I'm calling on Biafrans. Wherever you are, do not forget, we are not Nigerians. We are not Nigerians. We are Biafrans, and we were Biafrans before Flora Shaw and Lord Lugard of Britain made Nigeria, the Royal Niger Company, call them Nigeria. I don't know what that means. We are not Nigerians. Let everyone understand that. Ndewo Kennedy, thank you. Good morning to you. It's still morning here in the UK. Thank you. My people, remember to like and share the message so that it goes viral. Do you know why I post this here? Why I post this here is that Rep. Riley Moore was sent to Nigeria to investigate the genocide that Biafra Republic government in exile complained to them that they are killing us, we are Christians, and many more, including the fact that we want to leave Nigeria completely. Now he came back and he went to Nigeria, carried out his investigation, himself and one other rep from the congressmen, and they made their report, presented it to the president, and many Nigerians were attacking him, including tribal bigot Sheyi Tinubu, the Tinubu's wife, the pastor married to her enemy, the liar that said he doesn't want Igbos in Lagos. So you see, my people, all this were going on. He only went to Jos. He did not go to Southeast to see what those people are doing in our land. If not by the special grace of God that some Biafrans are contributing money for logistics, for the men securing our land to have something to protect our own territory, these people would have invaded us. Plus, the fact that God gave us the land mass that it will be difficult for you to navigate. It is anything you see that is advantageous or disadvantageous has some element of advantage. We don't have mass land like the Odudu Ariwas, but we have the kind of land that God gave us, filled with milk and honey. All natural resources is embedded in our land. So God loves us. We are people that God loves so much. We are in that small land, but they don't want us to have access to anything that God gave us. So Rep Riley Moore, if this number of people watching, some of them are Americans, they should tell Rep Riley Moore when he was pressurized for claiming that Christians are being killed, they started pressurizing him. And he said, oh, I haven't come to divide Nigeria. Definitely Nigeria must be divided. We are not Nigerians. They have been killing us because we are very resilient people. If you don't want to say no to bad things, we will say it for you. Just like he is suggesting in one of his write-up, and he said it here, that if Nigerian government is not going to address the genocide, that they, Americans, will address it for them. So we want Riley Moore not only to address it for Nigerians, we want to be free from Nigeria. We want our freedom. We need you to recommend recognition for Biafrans. While you are there saying that you have military, yes, that you have military that is in Nigeria. We need military as well in Biafra land. The military in Nigeria is not protecting Biafrans. Whenever they come, they abduct our men and rape our women, send those men to prison straight away. So the democracy in Nigeria is fake, is not real. They don't practice democracy because human life of your citizens is major part of your democratic system. Nigeria does not apply their knowledge of democracy. And we will apply it for them by force. We want to leave Nigeria. You have the power to suggest that. And you have to go to Biafra land. Rep Riley Moore. We have been respecting you people. And you have to respect yourselves. If you know that you are leader of the free world, give Biafrans their freedom. Recognize us so that our name will go into the book of the record of nations. We are no longer comfortable living in Nigeria. They massacre our people, they slaughter them, and it's not hidden. I have another video that I will play for you where one of those stupid politicians have decided to open up. And you will be surprised and shocked what made this man to talk this way.
Individuals from our armed forces there training and working with the Nigerian military to try to address their capability gaps that they have there. We have MQ-9 Reapers there currently as well. And as you saw, we did have a Tomahawk cruise missile strike just around Christmas in Nigeria to try to address ISIS and Boko Haram, which also operate in that country largely unfettered, which is a terrible, terrible situation. But look, Nigerian government has been trying to make some steps toward this, but they're not doing it fast enough. Things aren't happening quick enough. And these things keep happening. So something's got to give here.
This thing keeps happening. When it happened in Iran, America and Israel, they went there. What did they go there to do? To stop those jihadists, to stop those Islamic terrorists, the extremists. Every religion have people who are radicals, but you have to limit it. You have to know your boundary. These ones, they are extremists. You went to stop them so that you can hand government over to the real owners of Iran that Nigeria is great anytime is Biafra. Biafra land remains that engine house, the powerhouse of Nigeria. We own the resources, oil and gas. We own anything you can think of. We do the businesses. We are the doctors. We are the teachers. We are the academicians. We are the businessmen and women that makes Nigeria financial circle to go round. And what do we get? So rarely more. I respect you because you look a decent man. Do not be swayed because Nigeria can promise you anything. I have a video here where President Trump was saying that they have more oil than anybody, and it's true. So you are not looking for anything other than justice. And justice must prevail over Biafrans looking for their independence. Burundi is a country in Africa, one of the 52 or 53 countries in that continent. They are 13 million and they are a nation. So we qualify and overqualified to be a nation. We do not want Nigeria. We want Biafra. You should recommend for our recognition and let us go our separate ways. Otherwise, lives will be lost every blessed day. This is what they do. This is the product of living in Nigeria. An only child, an only son. They just took this woman's life away from her. This is not like a 10-year-old. This is a grown boy that they killed. And the mother is crying. Just on Palm Sunday. Just on this Palm Sunday, gone. Now, everything I'm saying, let us listen to it here, and you will all understand that I am not just saying what I'm saying so that my voice will sound okay, but listen to this man.
What we are saying is state police, community police, they are not the solution to our problems. Let us be honest to ourselves. It is failure of leadership. The president is the solution to this problem. It is time for the president to act now. The country is going down. If you look at the social media everywhere, drums of war, civil war is gradually moving. You see Muslim clerics, Christian clerics preaching hatred. You see people talking about tribes anyhow. Garbage in, garbage out. If you put an incompetent person to head a place, it will not bring good result.
If you put an incompetent person, it will not bring a good result. Who is competent and who is not competent? That's their presidents, Tinubu and Shetima. Very incompetent partners in crime. Muslim ticket. In a country you say you have democracy, you jailed a freedom fighter. And not only that you jailed him, you said his life sentence. For doing what? And Nigeria, they will stretch their hand, their evil claws across the nation to Finland to imprison Mazi Simon Ekpa. our first prime minister, a very powerful guy. I love him so much, you know, and I miss him. Now we have another powerful man that is shaking Nigeria down to the root. Mazio Genkere. For how long are we going to be doing this? We need Biafra now. Senator or Rep Riley Moore, make a very good recommendation to President of America. You cannot be telling him by mere word. Let there be action. Divide Nigeria into 3 or 4 places and let us go our separate ways. So this man, his outburst confirms what I am saying. So let us continue to listen to him.
So why are we keeping people if we know there is no good result there? So, Mr. President, is it the dividend of democracy that we are talking about? Killings every day?
Killings every blessed day in Nigeria. Every blessed day. And Shetima and Tinubu are there. Doing nothing. Saying nothing. Rather, they are busy focusing on freedom fighters. If they know that you are talking about Biafra, you are gone. You are gone. And these people, the painful aspect of it is that Fulanis are not, they are neither Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa. They came from Mauritania. That's the most painful aspect of all this. Causing mayhem, massacring people. And everybody is keeping quiet.
What kind of a country is it? What is the value of human life in Nigeria?
That is the title of this program. Nigeria has no value for human life because they talk about democracy only on lip service. They are not democratic. From time immemorial, what operates in Nigeria judiciary is Sharia. That's why they took our leader to Sokoto, where the leader of Nigeria lives. Sokoto Caliphate remains the leader of Nigeria. Sharia. There is no democratic system in Nigeria. Number one, they don't have human rights. Or they have it, but they don't practice it. Number two, they don't have value for life. This man said, killing on daily basis. And this man is a senator. And he is an Hausa man. Hear it from him again.
What kind of a country is it? What is the value of human life in Nigeria? What is the value? We should ask ourselves. Killings are taking place everywhere. We don't care. It is the primary responsibility of government protection of life and property. APC convention.
It is government's responsibility to protect life and property, because when you damage somebody's property, is criminal damage. And you will be liable for compensation for damaging somebody's property, let alone life. In Nigeria, they will damage your property, bulldoze your house, no compensation. They will go to your business, burn it, nobody talks about it, and your life is on the line. That is Nigeria for you. And our people will be sitting, keeping quiet, going to South Africa and Ghana to fight for Ezendibo. Forgetting that we have land, we have a home. We have a home. So, my people, we have only two things that can lead us to our home. Ejema and Eje. That's all. All these videos is something that will tell the world that your call for freedom is not an empty talk. It's a reality. Very factual.
The police mobilizing 5,000 people in a place that is no more than 5 hectares. They are deploying helicopter. Throughout the killings in Plateau, did they deploy any helicopter?
This Tucano helicopter, they use it to come to Biafra land. Tucano aircraft. When Buhari came, the first thing he went to buy from America was 32 Tucano jets to come and be killing Biafrans. Because that one masterminded all this terrorism. When they were killing people in Jos, no aircraft, nobody, you dare not talk. Because the military man have told you that the terrorists, even though they kill people, we have to forgive them. They are our prodigal sons. That is it.
Did they deploy 5,000 policemen? How many policemen? How many hours did it take? When we come here, we talk. They say we are against government. What is against the government? If government is not doing the right thing, we will continue to talk.
Government is not doing the right thing. They continue to talk, but when you are talking to a deaf ear, what do? You act. We have to leave Nigeria because no matter how you talk, they will still come for you. This senator says that they will continue to talk about the government, their failures, all their flaws. They were my sister. They were. This is the thing. They will continue to talk.
It is time for the president to act. He should sack the people that are not competent. He has said it so many times. There are some people that are not competent. Today, a lot of injustice taking place in Nigeria and we are keeping quiet. We must address this insecurity. If we don't address it, we'll wake up one day and we'll see civil war, or we'll see everywhere is blocked and people are being killed. We can continue to come here and be reading motions, passing resolution, 1 minute prayer, take emergency. These are the things that we've been doing for more than 2 years. What is the solution? The solution is on the table of the president, and it is time for him to act.
The solution is on the table of the president, just like I showed you people, Riley Moore. He said that they suggested to the president, President Trump, that Nigeria is not addressing genocide. And if Nigeria is not addressing genocide, we will address it for them. Now, my people, let me tell you another connotation to the reason why America are the ones addressing all these issues. They are always the target. America knows that if there's a terrorist group anywhere, that them Americans are the target. There was a time a Nigerian guy that was contracted by Gumi to go and bomb America. He was going to Michigan, and he has to go from Nigeria to Sudan, from Sudan to Yemen. And his shoes, like this, a shoe like this, was laced with bomb. His shoes was covered with bomb. And the guy knew that he would die. This same Gumi you see here. And that guy was apprehended. Because at the airport, when you have anything inside of you or on your body that is going to attract those security devices, it will go off, it will blow. And they caught him. And he confessed that he was going to board that American flight from Yemen to Michigan. And under serious scrutiny, he confessed that it is Gumi and that he is actually a Nigerian. So America knows, Biafrans, we know that we are always the targeted species, the endangered species. Today is Thursday, the 2nd of April. We are going to have our fundraising in 2 days' time. Let everyone remember all this and know that even if you are abroad, your family is abroad, is at home. All your family members, if your brother is not there, your sister will be there. We need to fund our freedom because all this outburst is going nowhere. Nigerian government, they can never say or do anything because this man has said that all their protest for insecurity is on the president's table, but he's doing nothing about it. And what we are waiting to see is everything that happened in Iraq or Iran, I beg your pardon, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. It is worse in Nigeria. It is worse in Nigeria.
Anybody can be a victim of what is happening. That is my route. I always go to Bauchi through that road.
Anybody can be a victim. We are already a victim. From 1926, when Aba women rioted over issue of tax, and it will take you back to that democracy. 1926. They killed hundreds of those women. But here in the 90s, when Margaret Thatcher was the president or prime minister of United Kingdom, she introduced poll tax and they protested. They protested from Wales, Ireland, everywhere. They protested, burning things. Michael Heseltine, a Jewish man that lives in UK and a politician, he was the one that stopped the whole storm. But they did not kill anybody. That is democracy. But say a word in Nigeria, you will be taken immediately. So what are we doing? We have to really act. We have to act, my people. I know it's not easy. Nothing that you are doing with a man that does not value life is easy. But you have to venture in doing that. And that is where we are right now. We have crossed every Rubicon. Nobody can take us back. Nobody. Nobody can take us back. Both saboteurs outside and saboteurs inside. You see, this Breji is unbreakable. We need to go home. We need to go home. And why should it be foreigners that will be speaking for what is going on in Nigeria? Because Nigeria does not value life. There was a girl I was playing her video yesterday. I was playing her video.
And I don't even carry much security men. So anybody can fall victim of what is happening. Mr. President, the amount of energy, the amount of resources our security agencies are deploying on politicians is enough to solve some of this problem. The kind of resources, the kind of people they are putting on politicians is enough to solve this problem.
You see it? The things they put on politicians, the money they pay politicians, the kind of security politicians have, all those security men that they deploy to politicians' houses, like Hope Uzodinma. Do you know that if Hope Uzodinma comes to Igbo land, he is in an armored car? Hope Uzodinma comes in armored car from the airport to his home in armored car. He's a politician. That's what this man is saying. That the kind of thing Ndewo, Lazarus, and Mary, you are all appreciated. The kind of security they afford to these very politicians is enough to fight insurgency, but they will not do it because Kashim Shettima is grandson of Usman Danfodio, and as long as Usman Danfodio laid a very big legacy for them, it must be fulfilled. Tinubu is on contract. And the way Tinubu has now gone to England to get 70 million for bringing criminals to Nigeria. When they deport them in UK, they will send them to Nigeria. That is one other thing that nobody is talking about. Our people are still there. That one they gave him 70 million. Now, for strengthening their ties and everything, they gave him 746 million. Add it up. And he said, we are going to use it to dredge Apapa Wharf, to expand it. Dredge Tinkan Island Wharf. Only in Lagos. That alone will show you that the Yorubas, under Tinubu's direct control and management, that they are planning their exit in Nigeria in grand style. And they are now building another international airport at Lekki. What does that tell you? So, Biafrans, we can never go back. We must support Breji. When you see people doing something, just keep quiet and watch them. If you are sensible enough, every move they make, every word they say, you analyze it and assimilate it and run with it. What do I mean by run with it? Walk with it. We do not only need to pay for our BLT, our weekly donation, support our Prime Minister spiritually and physically. He needs our support and the time is now. My people, I want Biafra. I don't know if you are getting me. I want Biafra. Some people are paying lip service. No, I want Biafra. For so many reasons. I want Biafra to come. Please, God, give us Biafra. Look at what this man is saying. The outburst, but it's not going anywhere. So, we are not giving up. No, nothing like negotiation. The time for negotiation has gone. If they want to negotiate, they will start by putting Gumi, Malami, Pantami, Shettima into prison. life jail, then we will negotiate from there. And the negotiation will be that nobody will stop us from getting Biafra. Everybody should go to their own nation and manage themselves. No negotiation.
If it was political rally or what you say, you will have seen so many people there. We have seen helicopter or you have seen policemen there. Some people that are not competent surrounded the president and they are giving him wrong advice. Wrong.
You see, incompetent people surrounding their president, giving him wrong advice. Very, very incompetent. Very incompetent. You can see where animals wants to be ruling human beings. That's why our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, called them zoo. But I can tell you that they are not up to the standard of zoo. Because when you come to zoo, I have been to zoo, taking my child to zoo to see things. Everything is well arranged. In Nigeria, there is no arrangement, no structure. All these structural placement, no, no, no. Nigeria has no structure, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Not even database, they don't have it. They don't know how many they are in that country. Because all these terrorists were brought from Sahel, other Sahel regions. And at the port of entry, they will be granted passport, Nigeria passport, so that they cannot be deported. Because I was reading something that Rep. Riley Moore was talking about to a lady interviewing him yesterday. He said that he is going to suggest for the president about deportation. Where will you deport a Fulani man from Mauritania, from Niger, from Mali, from Burkina Faso, from Senegal, from Cameroon? At the port of entry, once Gumi goes there to import them, at the port of entry, they are issued passports. So where will you deport them to? This man is making a very serious outburst, but is going nowhere. Therefore, we need to support our own prime minister. We need to support him. In 2 days' time is our mega fundraising. Saturday. So, I have to remind you people that all this is going nowhere.
Some people that don't even mix with people. Some people that are cooled down somewhere in a small place. They don't listen to people. We are representative people. We always listen to the people. They call us. They tell us what is happening. Some people, you don't even have access to them, and they are the one advising government on what to do. We will continue to have this problem. And if this thing is a democracy we're craving, I have no this thing. I can one day stand here and resign.
Yes, he is ready to resign. Whether he resigns or not, Nigeria government, do they care? They don't care. He said that incompetent people are advising the government. Was it not Gumi's Gumi? They said that Gumi read as a doctor, which I doubt. I'm not even sure that Gumi is a doctor. That have no value for human life. Gumi is not a political science student. What does he know about politics? He was the one who told Tinubu, go to Turkey and get ammunition. Nigeria, are they on civil war? The answer is no. But people are dying every day, according to this senator. People are dying every day in Nigeria. Our people, unfortunately, are still trapped in Nigeria. This is why somebody like Rep. Riley Moore and many other senators should advise the leader of the free world, President Donald Trump, to give us official and authentic written recognition. That is what we want. That is what we need, not just want, because there are differences between what you want and what you need. If you are dying now, you need medical treatment. You may feel tired and you just want to take medication. You don't need it, because when your energy comes back, you will be all right. But if you have a very sharp cut or gun wound, you need medical treatment. You will not only want it, you will need it. So there are differences between what you want and what you need. What Biafrans need now is recognition to become a nation of our own. That's all.
Or I can put up anything. What is the dividend? Every day, this thing. Mr. President, as a solution to this, we must place value for human life. Even if it is 30 million, even if it is Muhammad, so that once they kill somebody, the government has to pay that money. Maybe if they look at the amount of money they are going to be paying every day, I think it will make the government to sit up. In Zamfara,
he is talking about the amount of money in compensation that will be paid to family of victims. No one wants their family member to be killed. No, nobody wants it. People want their family members to be alive. And he's talking about 30 million. But when Willie Obiano was there, Willie Obiano was telling you, because all these politicians, they work for Fulanis because they are scared of them. They are scared of them. The way they unalive their victims, like the way they unalive to Bidama Alafia, all the governors were scared. Willie Obiano will tell you that if they kill you, they will give you 500,000 for your family member. 500,000. That is what human life is worth for Willie Obiano. This man is suggesting 30 million so that they will continue to kill. Because at the end of the day, their CDS, the current one, Oluyede, it was formerly Christopher Musa, they will tell you, oh, they are repentant Boko Haram. They are your prodigal son. These people are so confused. They are very confused. But we Biafrans, we know what we want. We want freedom. We want freedom.
just yesterday, about 14 people, this thing. If you charge the government to be paying 50 million for each soul, I think the government will wake up. We can't continue. Our people are being killed every day. They are being buried like garbage.
Our people are being killed every day, being buried like garbage. Is there? Let me look for it. Is there? Is there? This is it. I don't know where I can find that video. Our people are being buried every day like garbage. Something that has no value. It's so painful. Biafrans, we really have to do something. We have to do something. We have to do something actively, well. Okay, let me just show you this video.
Christians were killed yesterday in Palm Sunday, slaughtered. Can you take us through what is going on in Nigeria right now? And this is a story that the rest of the world, particularly the West, refuses to cover. Go ahead.
Are you people seeing it? The minister or the senator said that they are killing their people, that they are dying and they are being buried like garbage. This is it, censored. Ndị be anyị nọ n'ụlọ, ife niile anyị na-ekwu ebe a bụ maka ọdịnamma nke anyị. Ogbugbu a na-egbu ụmụnne anyị adịrị anyị mma n'obi. Onye ọbụla kunie, unu afụgo ndị a na-ebe ndị egburu egbu. Only 3 days ago, ndị a chọrọkwa izu ike. Fada ezukwa ike. Fada ezu ike cha. Hello, my brother Biafra and beyond. Ndewo. Ife a bụ ndị egburu egbu. Ọkụnụ wefu. Ife this senator n'ikwu, that their people are being killed and buried like garbage every day.
Yeah, that's the truth. It's actually completely disgusting what is happening in Nigeria. And it's not just in one single place. It's not just in one state. It's literally every state across Nigeria. You have people that are innocent that are being slaughtered. And just last night, literally 2 or 3 miles from where I am, they came on motorbikes and in a car, AK-47s, machetes, started killing everybody, shooting everybody in a junction that one of my partners lives at. It could have been my very partner who was killed that night. He's the one who called me as soon as the attack happened and said, hey, there's an attack happening right now where we live. And so I called my driver. I said, we have to go. We have to go see what is happening. And when I got there, there were 10 people that were killed. Blood everywhere, all over the street. I mean, I still have blood on my boots. And
My God.
by the morning when I woke up, the death toll had tripled. Now it's been 31 people killed, 27 people still in the hospital.
You see, that young man called Baba is from America, a missionary.
You look at the people in the hospital, they are there. 50 million for each soul. I think the government will wake up. We can't continue. Our people are being killed every day. They are being buried like garbage.
Yes, I have just shown you people what this senator is saying, that their people are being killed every day, buried like garbage. You've just seen it. So, Biafrans, what do? Nigeria government has no value for human lives. We have to bapi also with Ejema and Deje, support our prime minister. He said that their own president is incompetent. Our prime minister, Mazio Genkere, is very competent. He needs your support. He needs our support. Mazio Genkere is far from being incompetent because he lives in a country where human life is valued.
You look at the people in the hospital, they are there, left on their own. So
people in the hospital left on their own. No, nothing in the hospitals. You can only get treated in a private hospital where you must pay. You must pay before you get treated. And how many of them have money? That is why Tinubu is always flying abroad for treatment like Buhari. Buhari died in UK in 2017 and he was buried in a shallow grave. Yes, even when Onyendu told them, go and bring Buhari out, interview him. If that man can speak full day, that you can do anything to him. Nigeria government did not try it. So we mustn't be forgetful about why we are wanting to leave Nigeria and what we really want. We mustn't forget.
What is the value? We must ask ourselves, what is the value of human life in Nigeria? And every day, we keep seeing herdsmen, Fulani, everything they call it.
Yeah, Fulani herdsmen. He is the one saying it. Fulani herdsmen. Every day. I don't know what God used in making those human beings, that they have no feelings for their fellow human being. The way they slaughter and massacre people, and Nigeria government is keeping quiet. So when do you think this will come to an end? Never. And that is why we must go. This is why we must try and support our government. This man is talking to their president that they have incompetent advisors for their president, and our prime minister is very competent. He needs your support.
Arrest the people. The work of the security is not even mobilizing. It's to prevent these things. It's not about telling us that after crisis you have mobilized something. It's not the work. So we are here every day. We bring motion, we bring things. It is time. Everything is on top of the president table. A lot of things are going on, and he has to take action. If he doesn't take action, these things will continue.
Yes, everything is on the table of the president, and he has to take action. Is he taking action? The answer is no, because Tinubu is there on contract. Tinubu can never take action against the Fulani, because when Buhari was there, Buhari has Buratai. Buratai was his fellow Fulani man as the CDS. When they came in, they had Musa. Now they have removed Musa after the coup and everything that nobody talked about, because it is all Hausa people that plotted the coup in the military. So Tinubu has to replace them with his own brother. So his brother now came and was telling you that you have to forgive the Fulani terrorist, because if he doesn't say it, he will break the terms of their contract with him. You come and take oil, because when they came in, Tinubu announced to you people, I am going to be the Minister of Oil and Gas. And Shetima told you, I am going to be the Minister of Security. That's why none of them is going to step on each other's toes. This man told you that all the complaints are on the president's table and the people are dying every day. Tinubu cannot say a word. So his brother, the CDF, Chief of Defense Staff of that country, that's supposed to protect human lives and property, is Oluyede, and he said that they should be forgiven, even though they kill people, that they cannot be killed. Whether they are telling that to Americans or to Nigerians, I don't know. maybe to Americans, because Nigerian citizens already know that they cannot cough. You can't say against the Fulani terrorists. You will die the next day. So, what they sent that military man to come and tell you, that Fulanis and their terrorist group cannot be touched. Yes, they are all saying the same thing. Why am I doing this? I am doing it to wake up your ideas. I am doing it to let you understand that these people are not giving up. I am doing it for us to know that no matter what happens, we must leave Nigeria. We must leave. They are not ready to give up anything. Now, let me see. I found it on my information minister's handle. Let me see what he's saying.
Nigerians may take this as par for the course, but to the rest of the world, it's abhorrent. The fact is, there is a river of blood money, mineral money, as well as drug money that flows through the north through these jihad networks. And what I have from frontline, first person observation, not me, but reports to me from people who know about it, that this blood money, as much as $1 billion a year skimmed off this blood mineral trade, goes to pay a lot of these corrupt generals and other people that are supposed to be stopping this to mess up, to miss it, to show up late, to not be there.
All right.
And that pattern is consistent. They know where these terrorists are. They know their names. They could wipe them out if they wanted to, but instead they call them brothers and sons because they are ideologically in line with them and they benefit from this activity. It is a horrific situation. The innocent people are cannon fodder for their conquest and for their greedy skimming of the resources of the nation.
Everybody is now speaking up. Everybody is speaking up over what is happening in Nigeria. You see, everybody is speaking up. You see, my people, this man, I don't normally bring his program on or listen to him because I understand he has business in Nigeria, an NGO that he is running, and he is always in favor of Nigeria. But sometimes when people, when people are saying something that is favorable to what you are preaching against, you listen to them.
To take place. This thing is something that we can solve. We have people that can solve this problem. But because of hypocrisy, because they don't have godfathers, they are being relegated to nothing. Today you come to the police are demoralized, not discipline in the police, because you create a special promotion that you keep promoting people that are giving money, people that are close to politicians, people that are close to you, whereby some people are there in Maiduguri fighting Boko Haram, fighting so many things. Even their allowances are not paid. Somebody is sitting in the office every month. You are giving him special promotion, giving money. Without the police, we cannot achieve anything. No country will progress under democracy without the police. And there is no discipline there. The morale of the officers totally down. There was an officer that called me. He said because of that special promotion, he felt like joining Boko Haram. He said that is what he felt.
Did you hear that? Hello, Chukuma. Ndewo. Ndewo, my brother. Thank you for joining us. Share and like. Subscribe to Betty4 TV if you haven't. This message must go viral. Ndị be anyị nọ n'ụlọ. Ndị na-ege ife nwoke a na-ekwu. Nwoke a na-ekwu na right ndị mmadụ adịrọ respected na ada asọpụrụ ndụ human beings na Nigeria. That n'ulu na fanwe abara ulu ịnọ ebe a everyday. Fa bụ ndị senator na senate. Ọ ebe a ka a na-eme iwu na-achị Nigeria. Mana o nwere ife fa na-alụ. Fada alụ anything. Ọ ka unu wee fụ. Yes, a lot is going on.
And another policeman that met there's another policeman that met Senator Allah. What you told Allah, you can confide on that Allah because of this injustice that is taking place. A lot of injustice is taking place in the country, and we are not addressing it, and we are thinking that we'll have positive result. It's not possible.
Yes, they are not addressing it, thinking that they will get positive result. They cannot get positive result. They are not going to get any positive result. Not at all. When you allow this sort of thing to go on, keep carrying on is like you are drinking poison and expecting it to kill your enemy. They can never get positive result. Now look at this one. Nigeria is one country that have oil from Biafra land, gas from Biafra land, crude, everything, all the mineral resources. You have coal in Biafra land, you have cement in Biafra land, everything. But they even have steel from Ajokuta. But Tinubu came the other day and was talking about steel as one of the things that their colonial masters will give them. Everything they have, they cannot use the money or the finance, manage it well to have fire service. They have no fire service. This is the same place, Jos, burning, just going in flames. My people, please, I'm begging you, Biafrans, let us donate. Let us donate and support our Prime Minister. This very senator talking here, he said that every complaint is on the table of their president and that he's doing nothing. No value for human life. Democracy has jumped through the window in Nigeria. They can never stop. Our only exit route is Biafra. That's our only exit route.
If it is 30 million, even if it is Muhammad, so that once they kill somebody, charge the government to be paying 50 million for each soul. I think the government will wake up. We can't continue Our people are being killed every day. They are being buried like...
This is it. Their people are being killed every day. Our people are still trapped in Nigeria. Are we going to keep quiet? The answer is no.
Garbage. You look at the people in the hospital, they are there, left on their own. So what is the value? We must ask.
In Nigeria, everybody is carrying gun. Everybody is carrying gun. Everybody.
Ourselves, what is the value of human life in Nigeria?
Let us listen to our supreme leader.
How can you take a people like the Ndibo and try and to impose on them a leadership? It's not possible. How can you take a people like the Ndibo and try and to impose on them a leadership? It's not possible.
How can you take a people like Ndibo? That is Odumegwu Ojukwu, Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu, our supreme leader. Hello, my wonderful sister. Thank you for joining us. Good morning from your end and good afternoon from here. I'm glad to see you. Our leader said, how can you think that you will impose leadership on Ndibo? I am proudly Igbo. Adakpa onye Igbo okwu n'anya. How dare you? Ọ gịnị ka iji n'aka? Onye Igbo. Ịmakwa onye Igbo. You cannot. Ana m egosi unu video this man. They are here. So that everything we are saying is echoed by them now. They are now telling the world what is going on in Nigeria. Listen to him once more and I will go back to our leader.
It was political rally or what you say. You will have seen so many people there. We have seen helicopter or you have seen policemen there. Some people that are not competent surrounded the president and they...
People surrounding the president are not competent. That's what he's saying, a senator.
are giving him wrong advice.
Giving him wrong advice. Biafrans, we have a competent prime minister. Support him, a Jema and a J. Because no government works fine without finance. Financial support remains the core strength of every good government. We talk about good governance, you need finance. And we are here telling you giving you authentic information with factual issues. This man is an Hausa man. He said he lives in Bauchi. That there is no security in Nigeria. And that their government is doing nothing. That they have no value for human life. And that is a fact. It's a statement of fact. Undisputable.
Some people that don't even mix with people. Some people that are cooled down somewhere in a small place. They don't listen to people. We are representing people.
Very useless people that advise the president that live in nowhere. They are the ones advising the president. Who is he talking about? Gumi? People who have no ear to hear. They are the ones advising the president because Tinubu is on contract.
Always listen to the people. They call us. They tell us what is happening. Some people, you don't even have access to them, and they are the ones advising government on what to do.
You don't have access to them, and they're the ones advising government on what to do. This is it. So because we Biafrans, we are not Nigeria, but our people are still trapped there. We should always tell the world the truth. And this is it being told here by a Nigerian senator in the Senate House. He's not even saying it on the street. He's saying it on the very vicinity of the senators, within their chambers.
We will continue to have this problem. And if this thing is a democracy we're creating, I have no this thing. I can one day stand here and resign.
He can resign because the thing is up to here to him for him. He's had enough. He said that he can resign. He can resign. My people, Biafrans, we must and should support our government. We are not Nigerians. They are forcing us. Why? Because they are using our natural and mineral resources to raise their shoulder high while we are littered all over the world. My people, very soon, when I leave this topic, I have another topic that I want to talk about. There's another topic that I would like to talk about. After this, let me quickly conclude it.
Can put up anything. What is the dividend? Every day, this thing. Mr. President, as a solution to this, we must place value for human life. Even
they must place value for human life. Just like William Biano when he was there in Anambra, he said that if they kill your people, we will give you 500. Let us hear what he said about that value.
if it is 30 million, even if it is Muhammad, so that once they kill somebody, the government has to pay that money. Maybe if they look at the amount of money they are going to be paying every day, I think it will make the government to sit up.
They will not pay. Nigeria is a corrupt country. They will not pay, even if it is 1 million. They will not pay it. Nigeria is a corrupt, dead corrupt country. For this senator to stand here and be saying this, you know how bad Nigeria has become. And let us listen to our supreme leader, and we will take it from there.
How can you take a people like the Ndibo and try and to impose on them a leadership? It's not possible.
How can you impose leadership on Ndibo? It's not possible. He said it's not possible. You cannot. Yes, they kept quiet. Now it is touching them. Onyendu told them, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he said to them that we will draw you to Biafra land. By the time you will come back, another people will take your land. And that is exactly what is happening today. That is what is happening today. Fulanese, foreigners have taken their land. And they are now crying. That's why I'm using his cry to let Biafrans know that we should go home. We should support our own prime minister. As their own president is incompetent, our prime minister is very, very competent. And I urge Rep. Riley Moore to talk more about the recognition of Biafra so that Biafra will live. Let's look at Riley Moore's interview here once more.
The list of numerous attacks on Nigerian Christians over the years during Holy Week. And it comes as there is a growing concern that Islamist militants are targeting Christians in the West African country. According to Open Doors, which is a global Christian charity, Nigeria is ranked the 7th worst country in the world for Christian persecution, accounting for about 72% of the total number of Christian killings worldwide last year. Congressman Riley Moore of West Virginia is a member of the House Appropriations Committee and has been warning.
Nigeria is ranked 7th most horrible country for Christian persecution in the world. You go to terrorism index, Nigeria ranks number 4. We will not and can never be associated with a country with such horrific records. Such records that not even an idiot would want to be associated with. We are not Nigerians. We were Biafrans before 1914. Amalgamation dragged us into this mess. And this is the toll it is taking on us to take ourselves out of it. This is it. Let's listen to him once more.
About this escalating violence against Christians in Nigeria. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
You've presented an official report to the White House. You've handed over solutions. Here's how we can end this Christian prosecution.
That's the document he presented to the White House when he must have finished compiling his report to the president after his visit from Nigeria, December 2025.
Persecution. So walk us through what you think needs to be done.
Well, so this report that we presented to the White House was pursuant to the president asking myself and Chairman Tom Cole, the House Appropriations Committee, to investigate this Christian persecution and what I've been calling a genocide in Nigeria that's been going on. So we went to Nigeria. We went there. I saw it firsthand with my own eyes, the tragedy and horror that's unfolding there. So as you just reported, unfortunately, we've had 40 individuals who were killed at a Palm Sunday service.
40 individuals, 40 killed on Palm Sunday. More than that.
Which is just tragic. And then on top of that, you had another 13 Christians killed by Islamic radical militants at a Christian.
Another 13, apart from the 40 or so, another 13, making it 45. That is by their own report.
Christian wedding and on Sunday. So we have a number of suggestions in here of how the Nigerian government can work with the United States government to address this. But as President Trump has been very clear on this, if they don't address this, we're going to address it for them.
If Nigeria government does not address this, they are going to address it for them. Please, Rep. Riley Moore of West Virginia, do let American government come and take Biafrans away. What happened in Iran We want it to happen in Nigeria so that everybody will live in peace. We are not Nigerians. Please, we need to leave Nigeria. They said that they are more in population. What are they holding us back for? When you talk about population, the Fulanis in the Hausa land, we tell you that they are more in population, that they are all Muslim, that Muslims are more. So why wouldn't they let us go? Why wouldn't they let us go?
Now, we'd like to do that in cooperation and coordination, but if they don't do that, if they don't step up to the plate here, we're going to start to take the lead on this. Now, currently,
how many Christians more should die before this issue will be addressed? How many more?
we have 200 military individuals from our armed forces there training and working with the Nigerian military to try to.
Yes, this is always my pain. They have military men training Nigerian military. And after they had trained, they will go to Southeast. They will go to Biafra land and start buying our people. America should train Biafrans. We need Americans to train Biafran military and arm them the way they have done for the people of Iran. They should do the same for us. They should do the same for us because they are the leaders of the free world. They have done it in Iran, taking power from these Islamic extremists and handing it over to the indigenous. We are the indigenous people. These Fulanis are foreigners. America is now, on his suggestion and everything, helping to train Nigerian army. And after training those Nigerian army, they don't tell you where they deploy them to. They deploy them to Biafra land. And they will ignore the terrorists in the north and tell you that they are their prodigal sons and daughters.
Forces there training and working with the Nigerian military to try to address their capability gaps that they have there. We have MQ-9 Reapers.
Nigeria can never change. They can never change. Ndị be anyị nọ n'ụlọ, nwoke a bụ onye bịa Nigeria from America. Wee fụsịa ife niile a na-eme. Wee suggest ya, wee bịa tụọ fa bomb na Sokoto na 25th of December. Tụọ fa na 1st of this January. So if ọ na-ekwu kịta na fesitego military ka azụọ ndị Nigerian soldiers, azụsịa Nigerian soldiers, ndị a bụ ndị a na-recruit terrorists wunye na army kafa na-train. After training them fa ekpolu fa kpote na be anyị. Ọ ife anyị na-ekwu.
There currently as well. And as you saw, we did have a Tomahawk cruise missile strike just around Christmas in Nigeria to try to address ISIS and Boko Haram, which also operate in that country largely unfettered, which is a terrible, terrible situation. But look, Nigerian government has been trying to make some steps toward this, but they're not doing it fast enough. Things aren't happening quick enough. And these things keep happening. So something's got to give here.
Now, following the Palm Sunday killings,
He said that this thing keeps happening. The same thing that this very senator said here. It keeps happening. It keeps happening. It keeps happening. So for how long are they going to watch these people unaliving our people? For how long? How long are they going to continue to unalive our people? So my people, I have told you that I have another topic to discuss with you people. I beg your pardon. My people, agwa m unu na o nwere ife ọzọ m ga-ediscuss. The thing, ọ na-eri m nri arụ. Amarọ m ka esi asụ ya n'obodo Igbo ọzọ. Ife a m na-achọ ikwu kịta, ọ na-eri m nri n'arụ. Ya na ọ na-ewute m. O nwee ife m chọọ ka m gwa unu. Anyị ekwusigo maka ife na-eme within and beyond our nation. Unu na-anya ebe a, unu afụ ebu my holy Bible. Ebe m ga-agụrụ unu now before nkwu ife m chọrọ ikwu. Unu ewekwana iwe. Onye ewere iwe o. Ife anyị nọ bụ nkuzi mmụta. Learning is a continuous something. Ife a bụ Ezekiel chapter 36 verse 24. Let me read it aloud. Ọ sị here, onye na-ekwu okwu a, Chineke na-agwa ụmụ ya okwu. Ọ sị, for I will take you from among the nations. I will take you from among the nations. Gather you out of all countries and bring you into your own land. Una forget if I have my holy Bible. Ezekiel chapter 36 verse 24. Let me read it again. Also, for I will take you from among the nations and gather you out of all countries and bring you into your own land. This is it. Ndị Igbo wee tụọ inu si na onye ajụrụ adajụ onwe. Onwe ife na-aga on kita about my people. Onwe ife na-aga on kita. Ndị be anyị, ife a bụ ndị Igbo nọ n'Australia wee na-eri ikeji. Ndị a unu fụrụ ebe a karịrị 100. Fa na-eri ikeji. Ndị onye a na-evidio fa bụ onye ọcha. Chọrọ m ịkpọ the music because ọ ga-enye this page nke fa na-akpọ ka ezikwa ife fa na-akpọ ya. Achọrọ m iplay ya copyright. So ndị a na-eri ikeji n'Australia. O nwere agha na-ada ebe anwa, o nwere nsogbu dị. But let me show you another one. Makana ana m like ime ife inu ndị Igbo na-ekwu okwu ya. O nwere inu ndị Igbo tụrụ si ịnwụpụta nwa nkịta. O nwere lice, akpị. Ndị be anyị na-akpị ya akpị nkịta. asị na ịnwụpụta ya nwa nkịta na-arụ gị gosie ya ma ọ bụrụ na ị gosiri ya nkịta nwa ga-eche na ị na-atụ ya mbọ. This is another one. Una fugie. Nke a bụ na Houston, Texas. Ando ndị be anyị. Ikekwafa na-eme ikeji or whatever. Una fugo ndị nke a. Nke a bụ na Houston, Texas. Ife niile a na-egosi unu bụ from platform our information minister. So onye lokwana that na I'm getting it from the blues. O nwekwala ọzọ. Let me show you another one. And the most striking one. And the most discussed. Now, my people, nke anụnwa bụ n'Africa. The other two ngosili unu, ofu bụ Australia, ofu bụ Houston, Texas. Nke a bụ n'Africa. Unu mana anyị nwa bụ Africa na anyị kpọrọ onwe anyị asị. Ndị be anyị na-eje n'obodo ndị ọzọ na-achọ ka fabulu Igbo King. My sister love, thank you na ị nọ here. Biko ana m ayọ gị ọbụla ayịyọ. Ọ bụ na m kwụsie ife a m ga-like ka ịbata ka ịgwatụ ndị be anyị okwu. That's why m ji wee welu this Bible. Gụọlụ unu this verse. Let me now read it again. Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 24. God was telling Israel, and anya dịrọ far from Israel. Anyị nwa bụ the Jews, the black Jews. Anyị bụ Gad, and Gad bụ one of the 7 sons of Jacob. And you all know that God said in the Bible, Jacob I love. Now, he was saying in this verse 24, for I will take you from among the nations, gather you out of all countries, and bring you into your own land. Then I will sprinkle clean water on you. Kedu ife na-atụ ndị be anyị egwu to come and support themselves and go home? Because we are now looking like somebody. Your slave master told you that you are now free. And you are saying, no, master, I still want you to be protecting me. I still want you to be there. Exactly what Tinubu displayed 2 weeks ago in the UK. Ogbalo from Windsor Castle, Obaga to 10 Downing Street, or your Charles, or your Stema. Kedu ka your slave master gesi we sigi, you go home, Ejo? Is it that you are not going? God has promised us in this very verse that we should leave all countries and go home. And how do you go home? You go home by at least making some moves, support your freedom, and go home. Obura ilu obodo ọzọ ya na-achọ ndị anyị ga-eje bụrụ king na befa. These are South African protesting. Okwunu fulia, they are protesting. They said that they do not want Igbo king. The same thing in Ghana. But all these people forming these groups, becoming Igbo this, Igbo that, they know that we are here, that they have brothers who will work with them, and we will go home as God has promised us in Ezekiel 36, verse 24, that he will gather all of us and send us home to our land. And he will pour us water to cleanse us from every nyama that we have gotten from all these foreigners. Kedebo lulu ndi South Africa na ndi Ghana na ndi Igbo. That's why I brought that video where our supreme leader was saying that you cannot impose leadership on an Igbo man. That is not possible. It's not possible. You can't do that. How do we do ourselves, place ourselves in this type of position? It's unacceptable, my people. We have to go home. We have to leave people. Oburo Fulani na achụ anyị, anyị eje na be ndị ọzọ na achụfa. We must come together. We must come together and fight for our home, for our land.
And how can you take a people like the Ndibo and try and to impose on them a leadership? It's not possible.
It's not possible.
It was possible before, but after Biafra, no.
It was possible before, but after Biafra, no. Thank you, my sister. They should be chased away. You cannot go to somebody's land and start doing exactly what Fulani is doing to us, because it will contradict us. It will contradict us, my people. God has promised you in the Bible. Look at it here. He has promised us that that he will bring us out from all countries and send us to our land. We need to go home. Support our Prime Minister. Support Mazi Ogenkere. You need to support your Prime Minister. Stop going to foreign land to fight senselessly. Our Prime Minister needs support. We need to support him. Biafrans, we have a leader. We have a leader. And and we have a home. This is our leader. Currently, a full-blooded Igbo man. And this man, my people, if nobody will tell you the truth, I will. This man is a very good manager of funds. He did it during the time of our first prime minister. And he is still doing it now that Ngozi and the CRC have taken so many Biafrans away. Still, the little thing he has, he still manages it. The senator I showed you people here said that incompetent people are advising their president. Our prime minister is very competent. Why are we going to other people's land and getting insulted, abused, when we have our own land to go and build? We can build our land and it will become like even better than Dubai. Because Dubai was built like men and women like you and I. All the architectural work was done by a lady. So you cannot have a man like this and you'll be going to South Africa and Ghana, making a Zendibo, and you will be, your businesses will be burnt. Everywhere. You go to Lagos, they burn your business. You go to Ghana, they burn your business. You go to South Africa, they burn your business. Don't you have a home? We have a home, my people. That's why I said to you that after this senator, that I have something that I will talk about. And this is the end of my story. Let me read it again, just once more. Ezekiel chapter 6. When you go home, go and read it. Verse 24. God told his children, which is us, for I will take you from among the nations, gather you out of all countries, and bring you into your own land. Biafrans, Ejema and Eje, will take us back to our land. Ndị Igbo tụrụ ilu si na agbasi egwu ọ na n'ukwu. No matter what I have told you people here today, the nitty-gritty is that we have to go home. And the Ejema and the Eje will take us back. I will love you people and leave you here. We have had enough for today because our brothers and sisters at home, they always complain about this long videos. They don't have data. So I will leave it here, and I thank all of you that have joined me, participated today. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to bless all of you. I don't know what is happening. Enough people don't come to watch when I'm here, and I believe that they might watch later. But with your help, share, like, and subscribe. Ndewo, my sister. Yes, he who has ear, let him hear. So, Biafrans, support our Prime Minister to get Biafra. Ndewo. Wow! Oh, please, oh, my brother. I want to hear your voice. Where have you been? Where have you been? Please, click the like button, the link, and join me. I want to hear your voice. Please. I miss you so much. I hope you are okay. The other day I was asking tutors, where is Rage and Fury? Where is what's his name again? No, 1 million.
Uh, good morning, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm fine. Good afternoon from here. Actually, I lost someone, and we're actually preparing for the
Oh
burial.
my God.
So the burial is
Oh,
this weekend. That's why I've not been around for some time now.
oh, accept my condolence.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And I really want
Chai.
to say very, and I really want to
Oh,
say very big thank you for. No problem. It's one of those things now. You understand? It's one of those things. So I really want to say very big thank you to you, ma, for the great job that you are doing.
Chai. Tutos,
And
my
very
sister.
special thanks to all Biafrans people in keeping. Can you hear me,
Hey,
ma?
yeah. Tutos is here. If you ask her, I was asking about you and no, I missed two of you. But telling me now that you
Okay,
lost your family member.
yeah, a
Sorry
brother.
about
Yes,
that.
yes. Thank you very much. As a, though, no, I wrote tutors when she was asking because I was trying to come to some of the X spaces, you understand? But because of time, I could not really have the time to stay, you understand? So I wrote to her and I updated her what is happening, you understand? So
Hey,
not that
yeah. I don't know.
yeah.
You see my number here. It's not hidden. Just call me so that
Oh,
I will also have your number.
okay. I will do that. No
Yeah,
problem,
yeah.
man.
One of our brothers, Las Benzo, is Benzico, is paying his own condolence and message, condolence message.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Love
I appreciate
also is also saying something. They are all paying condolence to your loss. Sorry about that.
All right, man. Thank you very much. So hopefully by this weekend now everything will be over because the burial will be done by this weekend, and hopefully by
Okay.
next week after, yeah, we'll try to recover. So we'll be back. What happened to my brother also? How come
I
he's
don't
not
know. I
available?
don't know his number. I would have called him. You know, I contacted Daddy BMO and he told me that he had operation. So I
Okay.
like to look after my brothers. Yeah, Rage,
Was-
another sister is saying her condolence to you, NK.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. This is where we get consolation when we are down, when the spirit is down, when everything is
Yes.
almost done. When we call
No,
here, our
these
spirit,
people are my brothers and sisters, so and my friend. I don't have any friend in the UK. I don't.
of course.
These are my
Yeah.
people.
Likewise,
Eukarya is saying
likewise.
sorry to you as well.
All right. Thank you very much, Ukeria. I appreciate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we must continue. You understand? This is why most of these things that really happen over some of the deaths that we even see over here. These are avoidable deaths if truly we have a nation. You understand? Or a working government. These are the
Mm,
reasons why we are fighting. These are the reasons why we are fighting for the freedom. You understand? So that there are there are things that took the life of people, that take the life of people here, that normally if there are good hospitals, good healthcare system will be avoided. You understand? But in most
yes.
cases, we here we are not able to really afford all those little healthcare,
Okay.
whatever. You understand? So that's the problem. So, but we still thank God. So, and to all my Biafran people, please don't be worried. Everything is fine. You understand? So, I believe that by the weekend, once the burial has been done, though, it's been very stressful and time taking. You understand?
Yes.
I strongly believe I will be back once. Yeah. So,
Sorry,
thank
my
you very
brother.
much,
By
man.
the special
Thank
grace
you.
of God, this Holy Week, we will put you in prayers, and God is a merciful God. That's why I came here today with this to talk to my people about what God said in Ezekiel chapter 36 verse 24. He said he will send us back from all countries to our own land. So time has come for us to go home and take care of ourselves. Because if this is Biafra now, we are in Biafra land. Some people will take plane and come and stay with you.
Of course, definitely.
Maybe when you are doing the final, because
Area.
in those days we used to come to London for party. I'm telling you the honest truth. You know?
That's true.
So
Yeah, that's
if
very
we can come from Nigeria then to London for party, why can't we go from Biafra land to another Biafra land and be with
stay.
our brother?
Of course, that's the way it is. That's true. All the same. Thank you
Sorry,
very
my
much, man.
dear.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. I just let me come and greet the house. Let me come and greet our
Okay.
people so that
All right.
I know how
Okay.
they will begin to panic. Where is Rage? Where is Rage? I hope something has, you understand.
Yeah.
So
We don't want
thank you
to
very much.
lose any more person.
Yes,
You
yes,
know?
yes. Yes. All right. Bye bye. Have a good
Thank
day.
you. God be with
Yeah.
you.
Amen.
I'm waiting for either tutors or love. None of you is coming. One Biafra media. Go ahead, Rage, and the rest. Have full rest. Tutors, are you joining us? Indicate if you are joining us. No panic. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. I am closing now. If nobody is joining, I love you all, and I wish you all a very holy week. Okay, my sister is here. Good.
Ada,
Ndewo.
good morning.
Kedu?
Odemma. Dear friends, good morning. Oh, if it's not morning, good, whatever is happening in your end.
Yes.
Where I am is morning. You see, God promised we are not supposed to take God promise from one end. Yes, God promised to protect us. He also advised us to keep his commandments. If you keep his commandments in the days of trouble and you call him, he will answer. Think of God as a safety room, a room or a building where you can run into if you're outside and get protected.
Yes.
You cannot put obstacles on the path leading to that house. Those obstacles, say like you have a building, if you're outside and something if you're threatened out there, you run into that building for refuge. If you take chairs, buckets, sticks, anything and put on the path, if somebody starts pursuing you out there and you're running to enter that room, those things you put on your path is going to obstruct you and you will fall and the enemy will overtake you.
Mm-hmm.
Take that scenario. Look at God as that building. Those bad behaviors he asked you not to do are the obstacles on your path. If you are doing those things he asked you not to do, hating your brother or your sister, saying bad things which you know is bad, lying against them just because you want to prove, I don't know what you're trying to prove. Is you who is doing it will understand that part. I don't. You see your fellow brother or sister in need, and you know you can help, and you say, well, later for you. Those are part of the obstacles. When you are doing those things and your life is threatened by any means, and you want to run to God for refuge, those bad things you did or still doing, whether in open or in secret, becomes obstacle for you. Those things will prevent you from running to safety, and whoever is pursuing you will overtake you. Don't blame God for not coming to your rescue. You stopped yourself from being rescued. What am I saying here? We all, whether you're in homeland or in a foreign soil, if you refuse to obey the simple instructions, if you refuse to abide by the rules, if you refuse to do what is right, you can't come back to God for refuge. Remember why he scattered. He allowed his people to be taken into exile.
Yes.
Is because we were doing wrong.
Yeah.
This is Passover. I don't see anywhere in the Bible we are asked to observe Easter, not to talk of Easter egg hunt. Anybody who see it, please let me know. It's not in my Bible. Gị enwela chi ọzọ tinyere m n'okwu Igbo. Do not have any other God
Except me.
but me. Anything, what is sin? Anything that separates you from God is sin. And any of us, individually and collectively, that cannot remember that, don't call God when you are in trouble, because he said, if my people will obey me, they call on me in the days of trouble, I will answer them.
Yeah.
But if you're doing whatever your heart desire, because you have freedom of expression, freedom of whatever your own side of freedom is, when you get into trouble, God will allow you to pay the price, because there's a price for everything. What I'm saying is, let's go back. If you're not back to God, go back to him. We must go back to God individually and collectively for us to get that blessing. It is unbelief. Ask God, after all, you're a merciful God. What can you do? After all, when I finish, I will say, I'm sorry, and that's okay. You will forgive me. He will allow you to pay for it. If not today, tomorrow. Until you remember that God exists. He will not pursue you. Now, let's go talk about that famous prodigal son.
Exactly.
The father didn't stop him from going about his business.
No.
But what he did not know is that everything you do in life has a penalty. His foolishness. You see, when they say experience is the best teacher, probably if the father had told him not to go, he will call his father names. If the father did not give him his own inheritance, he will call his father names. But his father left him so that he can go to the college of experience and get some brain. And that's what he did. And when he realized his foolishness, he summoned courage to go and apologize. Remember, he said to his father, just not for as your son anymore, because I don't qualify now. Just take me as one of your servants. That's brokenness in the spirit. And that's what God expects from us. When we realize those things we call little, those things you call beating the system, those things you call modern day behavior, when you realize that those are obstacles on your way to salvation, and you come back to God the Almighty and admit that you've done wrong, He's able to take you back and restore you. Now I'm using that you as a plural. You can take it personal because everybody, each of us come together, make us.
Yes.
Take it. Think about it. Look into your own self and see where you erred. Come back to the living God. If all of us, in fact, not 100% of us, so don't get me wrong now, just a handful of us do that, God can use us to restore ourselves, restore our land. Remember, we will be the remnant, and God is good working with the remnant to restore his people.
Yes.
Even when Nehemiah was rebuilding the temple, not everybody agreed. So if not everybody is agreeing with us now, it's not unusual. That's human nature. There must be people who will be blind to the point that they cannot even see what is in front of them. Yes, it is natural. But I am asking God, please touch a handful of us to remember who we are and stand in the gap for the rest.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean the rest should go about burning the house and dancing naked in the street. Enough of that crap already. We need to go back to our God so he can restore us to our fullness. It is something we must do. This our Biafra issue. If you agree with me, you will know is too many dimensions. You have the physical aspect, you have the spiritual aspect, and all of it come together to work out our salvation. We will pray, we will ask God for forgiveness, we will ask him to give us the strength to do right. We should also fight. As he was leading the Israelites back to their promised land, they fought on the way.
They did.
They are still fighting. That's the physical aspect. And they also pray. So don't go and lay down, because there's a story in the village. This poor guy went and, you know, where you have the plantain in the village, and we throw things there, you know.
Yeah.
So this guy went and lay down there. So people are saying, wait a minute, what's wrong with you? Why are you lying down in that place? He said, oh, that when he went to church, that the preacher said that out of the rubbish heap, God will lift you. So you see misconception.
Yes.
So don't go and lay down and say, God promised to save me, and you're still in your old ways. God is not coming. Stop misinterpreting it. If you are a Christian, which you claim to be, what is the function of the Holy Spirit? Why did Christ tell the disciples to remain in Jerusalem until they get the Holy Spirit poured on them? Because he know the persecution awaiting them when they go out to spread the gospel. The Holy Spirit is to comfort you, is to guide you, and to help you understand. So if you don't know, ask God. He is the giver of understanding and knowledge.
Yes.
And he give you according to his mercy and grace.
Yes.
And if you honestly ask, it will be given unto you. If you honestly knock on the door of mercy, it will be opened unto you. Remember, you cannot mock God. So when you're paying lip service, he understands you better than you understand yourself.
Yes, what you have just said, the new version of the Bible says, when you knock and ask, and it is not given, continue to knock. Don't just knock once and back out. Like we are now fighting for our freedom, and it seems as if everything is very hard, is not working. Let me go and sabotage, or let me go and sit on the fence. No. So I'm just trying to tie everything into what you are saying, as God made it to be, that even if he asks you to knock and you knocked and the door is not open, the new Bible verse say, keep knocking, that he will open it for you. Just don't give up. Thank you. Go ahead. Sorry for interjecting.
That's fine. You see, we are taking, human beings are good, taking God for granted. You see, in those early good days, my father told us that nobody used to lock door. You leave your door open, and nobody will go and take your thing. Why? Because they believe that it is wrong. Thou shalt not steal. It's not a new concept. Thou shalt not kill. It's not a new concept. What is the modern day people teaching? Oh, it's okay. If the owner come and don't find it, then they can find another one. That's okay. In worst case scenario, if they catch me, I just say I'm sorry. God is merciful. But God is also a God of war. He also gets angry. He gave all of us enough time to come back to our senses. just like the famous prodigal son was able to come back to his senses. But when we don't, that's why he asked in another portion, I said, who can stand the day of my anger? Because the day of his anger, you can't stand it. Even when Christ came, they took him for granted. Oh, you mean that young boy that is going around doing good and healing the sick? That's why they didn't even realize what was going on in the temple until they're all out in the street and the table was turned upside down. When we read, we must reflect, internalize, and act upon. We are the chosen people. We are the children of God. But we must be obedient so that we can get fully the joy of being the children of the King. We can't be acting silly and reckless out there. What are we doing to our Heavenly Father? Disgracing him? So that people can look at me and you and say, oh, and those the people that say they're ụmụ Chineke, abakwa ụmụ Chineke l'ukwu mango. Yes. Ụmụ Chineke, hey, l'ukwu mango. Is that the real ụmụ Chineke? Is that the true representation of ụmụ Chineke? Anyị aghaghị ime mkpụrụ kwesịrị nchegharị. As individuals, as a nation. If we really want our freedom, we must go and reclaim ourselves, body and soul. And now we can see the full mercy and grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama. There's no shortcut in it. Okay? There's no shortcut in it. You see, in the Arab, agent have 1 cent, and thinking that they are looking for shortcut. There's no shortcut. There's no shortcut. We must get it right if we want to be salvaged. We must be salvaged. So the longer we stay in this, our wilderness of foolishness, the longer we suffer. The choice is ours. Adajisike.
Hello.
Ndewo no mo Biafra.
Thank you. Thank you. My brother Rage, go ahead. Hello, Rage. Rage and Fury. I know Nigerian network is always nonsense. Are you there, Rich?
Yes, I am here. Can you hear me? I'm
Yes,
speaking.
I'm
Can you hear
hearing
me,
you
ma'am?
now. Yes. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're
Once
welcome.
again, I greet you, our dear mother, Mother Betty Ford. Thank you very much for the great work you are doing for us. Greetings to you, great Biafrans all over the world, and special greetings to all our leaders, starting from the current and incumbent serving Prime Minister, His Excellency Ogechukwu Kere, and to all the cabinet ministers of BRGIE who are doing wonders in Washington DC, as well as the lobbyist team of Washington and Madison. Is it LMC or LSC, headed by Honorable Elias Gerasulis. Special
Yes.
greetings and thanks. Yeah, special greetings and thanks to you all. Greetings to all the entire Biafra Defense Forces. And I will not forget to greet my former Prime Minister Obakubie, His Excellency Simon Epa, a man we love so much, as well as our dear leader, Mazi Onyedu Nnamdi the Ohamadike of Biafra land. Special greetings to my Honorable Minister of Information, Sonny Akparawa, for keeping the fire burning, for his in-depth analysis and his education, how he enlightens our people. I really want to say a very big thank you. And so our mommy love, who just spoke, you took us to the church. You took us to the church, man. Thank you very much for that piece. And mother that is here presently, sharing their opinion and their views. I really want to say a very big thank you to you all, to all the
Your
faithful,
voice.
especially the
Your voice. Are you
Can I be
to
heard?
your mic?
Yeah, I'm
To
speaking.
your mic.
Okay, maybe let me remove my ear. Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, we are hearing you. Hello, Eunice.
Can I be heard?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So, my special thanks also goes to all the up-to-date financial donor. You are the life wire of this freedom, and you are the reason why we are still speaking about our freedom today. I must say very big thank you to you all. And your topic says that Nigeria has no value for life. Is that the topic?
Yes.
Okay, let me talk briefly on that topic. So, Nigeria, like it is clearly stated, has no value for life. And you that have value for life as a Christian or as a Biafran, you are still supporting Nigeria, it means that you are simply saying that your life has no value. You are simply submitting your life to be taken without provocation. You know, so that is why you see somehow when you see people supporting Nigeria, the unity of Nigeria, these people that are supporting the unity of Nigeria are simply saying that Nigeria should continue to take lives recklessly. Nigeria should continue to kill people recklessly. That is exactly what these people are saying. So there's this young American guy who has been building a lot of houses to the people that have been killed by these Nigeria agents, terrorists, genociders. You know, now Gumi, Alex, yes, his name is Alex. Now I learned that Gumi has threatened that he should be DSS should arrest him and stuff like that. You know, so that's why sometimes I don't understand why these people can't understand. This thing that you see today, the killing from the Islamic terrorists and jihadists, genociders that you see, there can be a permanent solution to it. That permanent solution is the creation of a Christian state with Christian values and Western values. That will put an end to it. A state where Christians can be safe, you know, managing goats and lion together in the same cage is a risk, and that is a suicide. You understand? And it is tantamount or it amounts to huge foolishness because goat and lions or goat and sheep cannot cohabit in the same cage. It is not done anywhere. So when you trying to save life in a country that doesn't have value for life, Alex, you're trying to save lives or you are condemning the killing of lives in a country that doesn't have value for lives. It's just a total waste of time. These people have no value. Killing is in their DNA, especially when you are not part of them. If you are not, if you don't belong to Islam, you become a prey in their hands. They kill without remorse. You understand? So trying to support that country to still exist is like you are the one that is encouraging that country to kill.
We're not hearing you. Yeah.
Killing people because the moment that country that if they don't see the Christians, they will not kill. The reason why the killing continues is Christians are around them. What in a situation whereby the Christians don't have their... Oh my God. Is it network? Can you hear me?
Yeah, but
Can you hear me?
it's coming
Maybe.
with, yes.
Head?
Yes, I'm hearing you, but with a lot of...
Can you hear me, ma?
yes, I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me too? Hello, Rich.
I know bad networking.
I'm hearing you. Rich, I'm hearing you. Go ahead. Yes.
Can you? Okay, let me just the solution to the killing, the support for the Biafran state, a place where Christians can feel safe, a place where Christians can run to and they are safe. That way, when the Muslims do not see the Christians, they will not kill. You understand? That's the only permanent solution. So
Yes.
you supporting people value, supporting Nigeria that doesn't have value for lives, it simply means that Nigeria should keep existing to keep taking life. Oh my God. This is exactly what you mean, you understand? So I don't know why it's taking so long for people to really understand all this logic about Nigeria. Supporting Nigeria, it simply means that Nigeria should continue to exist to take lives, to kill lives, or carry out genocide against Christians, to keep killing the innocent indigenous people that are defenseless, that are helpless. This is why you see Nigeria police, Nigeria military or security architecture, whatever you call them, they take delight in lives. Nigeria politicians, they take delight in taking lives of the innocent civilian, innocent citizens. It's simply because they don't have a value for life. So when you keep insisting or supporting the existence or the continuity of such entity as Nigeria, it simply means that the killing should continue. This is what you are simply saying. This is why we are advocating for the dissolution of Nigeria. Let there be a Christian state called Biafra with Western civilization. Just like the Islamic regime of Iran, they don't have value for even for their lives. They don't have value for their lives. You understand? Not to talk about the lives of other people. So you trying to support the existence of such group of people simply means that they should exist to keep taking lives. They should exist to keep killing people. That is exactly what you are supporting. But I don't really know how long it's going to take people to wake up to this reality. This is why the Islamic regime of Iran is being decimated due to the fact that it has value for life. Just like Nigeria don't have value for life. The Nigerian politician does not have value for life. The Nigerian police does not have value for life. The Nigerian military does not have value for life. There are different terrorist groups who they call security agents. They don't have value for life. You supporting the existence of this entity called Nigeria simply means you want the killing to continue. You want the genocide to continue. After which, you come up to lament, you come up to cry, you come up to say they are threatening. You look at what they are doing to Alex now. Look at the number of people that are being massacred in the north. Nobody is condemning it, but the Alex that is trying to help build houses for those that have been chased into IDP to return to their ancestral land. Alex has become the target.
Yeah, you
Now they are saying. So it is that bad. It is that bad. So how long is it going to take people to wake up to the reality that you supporting a system that doesn't have value for human life? It's simply saying that let the system exist to keep taking human life. Let the system exist to keep killing people. That is exactly what you are supporting. So there is a solution. There's no problem that is too big that there is no solution. There is a solution. This solution is the creation of a Biafran state with Christian values and Western civilization, where Christians all over the place, those that are being persecuted in the north, they can migrate to, and they can be welcomed. They can find a place of abode, a place of safety, a safe haven where they can live their life, practice their religion, practice their faith. That is the only permanent solution. So anybody that is going contrary to all of these things, that you want to manage lions and sheep together in the same cage, you want to manage lions and goat together in the same cage, you are the one that is causing the death that is happening inside that cage. You are the one that is supporting the death that is happening inside that cage. Then I don't really know how to get this message across to the world for them to understand and support the creation of a Biafran state so that the killing will stop. If the killers, the Islamic killers, do not see the Christians around them again, the killing will stop. They will not go and kill their fellow Muslims. They will not go and kill their fellow Islamic brothers and sisters. And that will be the permanent solution and the automatic solution to the killing that you see in Nigeria. On this, I yield the mic by signing out by saying that Mabirero re Biafra, Utiwo, Mabirero re Biafra, Utiwoma, Mabirero re Biafra, Utiwoma, Mavekwo Magbe Jirogenema, Mabirero re Biafra, Ojanu retire, Mabirero re Biafra, Uwunu retire, O Mabirero re Biafra, Abamoti Woma, Mavekwo Magbe Jirogenema, Mabirero re Biafra, Uye Mauretire, Matekwo Magbera Rochuku, Abamati Woma, O Mabirero re Biafra Nyovo, Abuta Woma, Mavekwo Magbe Jirogene Mayo. Thank you very much. I hear the mic here.
Thank
I remember just
you,
hearing.
my brother. God bless you. God bless you and God bless Biafrans. My people, I have come to an end of this program today, thanking you all that endeavor to attend, to listen to our continuous preaching about our beautiful nation, Biafra, where there will be proper practice of democracy. Democracy in Biafra land will be practiced in full. No nepotism, zero tolerance to corruption, zero tolerance to inhuman and degrading treatment. Support our leader, Mazi, His Excellency Ogechukwu Nkere, and remember our leaders in prison. Remember that this movement that we are making, we are not going to stop until we are recognized and go home to protect our territorial boundaries. We are not giving up. So, Biafrans, lovers of freedom, our donation will be and continues to remain the life wire of our government in exile. We preach for good governance. We give you authentic information on this platform. Anything we tell you here, we try to verify it. If we cannot verify it just in any other way, we will bring a video to authenticate what we are telling you. And we thank God Almighty for all of you who are standing strong, fighting for Biafra. My sister Eunice, you are a powerful force, rage and fury. My dear brother, your song it tells it all. It tells our story, both home and abroad. My sister love, your submission is second to none. My powerful sister tutors, you are something else. We love you so much. Your research, your analysis is top notch. Everybody, this is why we are different from Nigeria. We respect people individually and collectively for what they have in them. We respect them. We love life and we respect life. We don't destroy lives. No, we are very educated. We are very educated. That's why I use this migration issue, our people going to other country, to end this program. You going to another country, you should always apply this method of the fowl. When fowl come to a new place, it will stand with one leg. And that one leg is your verification of a way to regularize your stay, your leave to remain in that country. As a migrant, you must always be very compliant with the rule of the land. We don't go to another person's country and mess ourselves up. We Igbos, we are too polished. We are too polished to allow anybody to rub physics on our faces. No. That's why I also played our supreme leader, Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu. May he so rest in peace. I played his voice. He said that the Igbo man is not that person you can impose any rule on them just like that. Especially after Biafra war. He said no, he's not an Igbo man. If we understand you, we crave your indulgence to also understand us. So my people, I will love you and leave you here. By the special grace of God, tomorrow is a bank holiday, Good Friday, and everybody will be in. I will still try and come out to encourage us to keeping on. And may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to bless those who support us with Ejema and Eje. Support our Prime Minister. He is man of the moment. He cannot do it alone. No, my people. Ndị Igbo si no igwe bụ ike. We have to support him to achieve what we want and what we need. Freedom. All hail Biafra. Peace, progress, unity, and equity. I love you all this much, and all must continue to hail Biafra. Bye bye, my people. May Chukwu Okike Abiama bless all of you. Chetakwanu, onye ndị ilo gbara gburugburu na-eche ndụ ya nche mgbe niile. Ụmụ Biafra